All right, just picked up the 2025 921 Elite 2 from Phoenix, and I thought I'd show you around. This is my tournament rig that I'm gonna fish the Bass Pro Tour in next season. So we're gonna turn you around. I'll kind of take you through the boat, show you some of my options. I know I'm gonna miss some because there's so many on here, but I'll try to hit the high points and show you around a little bit. So we're gonna flip you around. Let's take a look. That's Bo. Bo's guarding the Phoenix today. What are you doing, Bobo? All right, so here we go. I love this 920 layout, 921 layout. I started with 920. I ran that for 5 years, and I loved it so much I was afraid to try anything different, but I finally tried the 921 and I haven't gone back since. I just love having the space. You can see he's got this huge deck right here, 78 inches across right here, 67 right here on the bow, so there's a lot of space to work with. The difference between the Elite and the Elite 2, for me, this layout has worked best for how I store my tackle, and that's the biggest difference maker. So I use the Plano 3700 boxes in here, and I keep plastics in there, in those 3700 boxes. You know, the key for me is when we go away from home, I need a good assortment of plastics, and you wouldn't believe how many bags of plastics you can fit in the trays of those 3700 boxes and have a really good assortment ready to go. I can access it quick, make a change quick, and have enough to get through a tournament day. So that's me. That's what I like about the 2-box layout like that. In here will be all hard boxes, few bags, but I don't carry many bags because I've got most of the plastics divided up in these 3700s. My buddy Aaron Martins, years ago, I saw that he did that and how well it worked for him, so I took that from Aaron. It just worked great for me. But right here, hard boxes lined up right here. You can put bags on the side, you can put line over there, Seagar, Tatsu, Seagar Gold label, things like that. Of course, we've got the snake light right here if we need it. Some measuring boards, kind of nice hidden but easy to access if you need it quick. There it is right there. Nice to have. One thing that I did different this year, I've gone with carpet every year. This year I'm gonna try the non-skid cockpit, so looks sharp, and looking forward to doing that. I think it'll be easy to wash off. And also new this year, this looks like a simple thing, but I throw a bunch of baits down in this corner all the time, and you know, hooks and weights and things like that in here, and they bounce around. And also it makes it where I can access this little mini box right here for rod storage and things like that. So it looks like we got the stands for the cover right there. I was looking for them earlier. It's down, we know where they're at. But this little tray right here seems simple, but that's the cool thing about Phoenix. They think like fishermen. A lot of folks up there fish, and this little change right here for me personally is going to be nice because I can put the little hooks and weights and things like that I throw during practice or during the tournament day, throw them right there and clean it up later, and not be covering up this right here where I can't access this box. So got the stitch seating. It's new for this year. Looks sharp. It looks comfy too, man. It looks soft. And you know, another add-on for me this year, which I'm pretty excited about, because we got early season tournaments. We're going to be fishing one starting out at Conroe in January. Got the heated driver and passenger seat. Some of my boat officials are going to be pretty excited about that. Engine has to be running for that to work, but man, that's going to be nice early morning, especially on those cold days. So I know my boat officials are going to be super excited about that because they've asked me about it the last couple of years. Of course, 250 Pro XS, unbelievably strong and dependable, man. Just been a phenomenal motor for me since they came out with it. Just unbelievably dependable. Been great. 8-foot Powerpole blades right there. So we got 2 of those. What else we got here? I got the hard to show you this, but this is padded front deck. I have a lot of back trouble, so the padded deck is a great option for me. Just that extra cushioning, it's amazing how much that helps my back during the course of a long practice day, tournament days. I do the double rod straps. That helps mainly if I get rods kind of get shuffled around and some are forward and some are back, and it just gives me options to lay over depending on how my reels are laid out, whichever one's the quickest. It's all about efficiency. If it's super extra rough, of course we do both of those. That's what it's really designed for, but really it's for me because my rods get a little unorganized. Unlike Brian Thrift, who's got them, you know, stacked up there like pencils. But I end up with spinning reels and bait casters. They're all piled up on each other, so that works pretty good. New for me this year, going to a 16-inch Garmin. I'll be running live scope on that every period that they allow us to use it. There's live scope, 34 transducer right there, mounted on the Garmin Force trolling motor. Garmin Force is extremely strong. Usually, if I want, I control up to about 4 miles per hour, which is amazing. And we got a 126 right here for that graph. Pretty cool mounting system right there. You can see that's changed a little bit. Good solid right here, mounted on this 2-step bow shroud, I think we call it. Super strong. I've been in some rough stuff. We've had this, you know, a couple of years, and it's a really solid platform for these graphs. It's held up good in some of the roughest water you can imagine. Oh, here's one that I love right here, is this trick step. You know, a lot of times I'm putting in, taking out, I'm doing it by myself, you know, practice for tournaments or even fishing by myself around the house. This step is great. Just crawl right off front deck, up and down. I'm bad about forgetting stuff in the boat and having to crawl in and out, you know, multiple times during the day when I'm getting ready for a tournament, so it comes in handy for that. If you don't use that, you can use these diamond plated steps right there on the trailer, so that works out really good. Got a 12-inch Atlas hydraulic plate. If you haven't noticed already, the Phoenix boats really respond well to that hydraulic plate in different conditions, so we can share more about that later on. But you know, if I'm looking for top end speed, a lot of times it seems like I end up around 13, so I'm watching that on this Atlas gauge right here, right next to the Mercury SmartCraft gauge, which is cool. Just for all-purpose running, I'm somewhere around, you know, 3 to 6 usually. So when in doubt, seems like on my boat, running jack plate on about 6 just seems perfect all-purpose. And if I really want to try to air it out and get the most out of it, I'll go up to about 13. So man, these live wells, Phoenix live wells, you got 44 gallons of water between these two live wells right here. I love the huge live wells. I think it's great for the fish. There's more water. The more water you got in there, the more oxygen they've got to process, and it's just a great deal for fish care. I found over the years having those giant live wells makes a big difference. So I do like that, and you can tell how thick this is. Solid piece right here. So it's basically insulated. Speaking of insulation, got the padded cooler lid. So this is great for when I'm working on tackle. I'm sitting right there, I'm working out of this box and rod box right here, but this is padded. Check out the cooler. This little box doesn't look like much, but I put my dyes and like glue and things like that, and this little box can get to it real quick, and it kind of keeps them nestled in there tight. I'll have different pliers, markers, different things right there in that little box. So I use these I'm in and out of these two little boxes a lot. Take a look at the rod box here. Nice big rod box. Slam latches, by the way, great. Don't trip on them. Somebody doesn't leave them sticking up, me or someone else, and trip on them. So those slam latches are awesome. Nice big rod box. So I do this, I put the rack right here, and really I can just kind of hang the rod butts on there, and some of them will just lay all the way down in there, and then I use the sleeves. So I don't do the full storage system up there, and that's just so I can get a lot more rods in there. I can squeeze in, like, I don't know, probably 25 rods. I've probably had more than that actually in there, but you know, 20 to 25 rods pretty easy using sleeves and just using that rack to kind of keep the reels off of each other. So you can see the hot foot over there, TH Marine product. It's great. Most boats have them these days. Makes a huge difference. Rough water, you can kind of control, keep both hands on the wheel. right over here at the switch panel. You can see we're all fiberglass right here. I like these analog switches rather than buttons, because if one goes out, the whole panel doesn't, you don't have to replace the whole panel. It's just one switch. That being said, I don't think since I've been running Phoenix 11 years, I haven't had to change any of that out. So it's been really dependable. Right here you see this E2 wiring harness gauge. This is great for electronics. So this feeds nice, clean, strong power straight to the graphs, and makes a huge difference in the quality of the image during the course of the day. So really makes a difference there as far as image quality. We'll dig into the back right here, show you how we're set up right now. These are a 12-volt 135 amp hour Millertech batteries, unbelievably strong. In fact, for now I'm just fishing around the house. The days are short, so I've just got a single battery hooked up for power, cranking the motor, running the graphs, everything off of that one battery. And we're going to see how it goes, experimenting with a new Millertech charger system. Pretty excited about. Of course, I do have the traditional in there too. These are jumpers where I can link all these up for later on when we get real serious. There's a 36 volt, 60 amp hour Millertech Sport Series battery. Unbelievably strong, man. I can't tell you, like, I've just been blown away about how long these things last. So like I did with the cranking batteries, I'm set up for the tournament where I can link these guys in parallel and increase that reserve capacity but keep the voltage at 36 volts. Same thing over there, I can link those parallel and keep it at 12 volts but double the reserve capacity. So that will make a huge difference. Got the Powerpole 1. This is new to me. I have had the 2 pumps, so we got the one that runs both power poles at the same time, which is normally what we're doing. We don't ever do just one at a time, it seems like. So I like that, and it cleaned up some space for the charger in there. So this breaker right here feeds that E2 wiring harness. That feeds the power. I probably just powered up the graphs. You see where they came on, we powered them up. Control the motor switch right here. You can see where I had that. That was on. Hear it beep up there. So the trolling motor just came on. We'll keep that off for now. That one's off. What else we got? So here's the main boat power here. Big breaker right in there. That's main boat power. Running all the different accessories that the boat has. But man, I can't say enough about these Millertech batteries. They've just been unbelievable. So I mean, I've fished once when I've got them run parallel with these two linked. I can fish sometimes, 3 days. I haven't run them down yet. I know I can fish. I've done it 3 days in a row without running them down. So I'm all about some overkill when it comes to battery power. But man, this 921 Elite, and the Elite 2 just rides unbelievably well. I've been some of the roughest stuff you can imagine. And it can take it, man. It can take it. Boat officials, camera guys are high-fiving when they find out they're riding in a Phoenix. That tells me everything I need to know. Last thing here on the trailer, velocity wheels. I drove it back in the rain, so they're a little dusty looking. We'll wipe all that down. It's got the gator hide on the trailer, kind of protects the finish on the trailer. And then the painted makes that finish pop again. It's kind of dull if you go straight gator hide, but if you do the painted option on top of that, it makes it pop really good. So that's about it. I imagine I missed something. There's so many cool things in there, but that is the gist of the 921 Elite 2, the boat that I'm going to run in 2025 on the Major League Fishing Bass Pro Tour.